Alright kids, before we start the video, I have to say something, a disclaimer. On the t-shirt video, I said that I did the design, which I did do this design, but Rich from the series Hey Rich helped me draw this in Fusion 360. So I just want to, give Rich the credit he is due for helping me draw this. Again, thanks, Rich. All right, before we're able to create a 3D print file for the coaster, I drew it in Fusion 360. I'm just going to show you real quick. Here's the file. The 3D file, extruded it. When it looks good, you just come up here, hit File, Export, and then you select the STL file. You select that, give it a name, where you want it to save it to. You save it, and then you go off, you pull it up in Cura, and you print it. We're going to open up Cura. Cura is the 3D slicing program. We're going to open up a file. We're going to bring it in, rotate it. We need to get it to sit flat like that. We're going to scale it 100 millimeters. Looks good. We're going to slice it. This is how long it's going to take. 5 hours, 48 minutes, 35 grams of material, 11.27 meters. We ended up saving it. I'm not going to do that. Let's preview it. That's what it's going to look like when it's printed. And this last layer, we can simulate a print. Just like that. And there you have it. I've been getting flack about the videos on the 3D printer, but this thing it's addicting. And the capabilities are endless, let's just put it that way. So what I have here, I have a bunch of stuff that I 3D printed. Things like coasters, the underground, the YouTube page, different colors. I printed some keychains, Triumph. I printed this box, which was, I thought would be useful. Unfortunately, the lid doesn't fit.
Who didn't see that coming?
So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to try to trim this down to fit. One of the things I'm going to explain is when these are printed, they're printed at different, it's called infills. So this isn't a solid piece. This is only 10%. If we cut it in half, it'll be a honeycomb inside of it. Now some of these are 20%, and this took 6 hours to print. I think this one here or this one, I changed. I don't know if you guys can see the quality's a little different. It's not as good, and this was 3 hours. So you can change from fine, extra fine, draft, and print things at different times, at length of times. One of the things I did print is a hose nozzle, and I'm going to show you guys a couple things. It printed out all of the parts. Here's the actual nozzle. Printed out screws. And what happens when you print something is it has to have support. In this case, the print needs support. If not, the filament would just run out onto the bed. So the way this works is you can just break this off. It's as simple as that. You break it off just like that, and then you clean it up, and then again you tell the software what kind of support you need. And if you can see this, it actually printed the threads. I'm hoping you guys can see that. See the threads there, and it threads in. It threads in pretty good. Maybe they need chased. And then this is the nozzle that goes on the end, because this is it'll adjust the the flow, I guess. And this screws in, and there's actually a hex. And if I grab the hex, I could show you, but you see it's screwing in just like that. And look, kind of neat. It's in there, so we could adjust it. The other thing is, it has this part that goes down, and the handle clips into that. Here I have some infill here I have to get rid of. Let's see if we can get that to snap on. Maybe we can get lucky. There you go. So there's the handle. Moves up and down. Now I will tell you, somewhere in this mess, this is supposed to go over it and screw down inside here. And it doesn't fit just perfect, but it is a plastic part. And to me, the idea is, I know it's just a hose nozzle, but if you wanted to make this out of metal, this is a great beginning. That's a great prototype to make it out of metal. Another thing is a knob. You know, around here in the shop, everything you need to have an Allen. I don't understand. You know, the lathe, you need an Allen key. The milling machine, you need Allen keys. Why can't we just have some knobs to tighten and loosen things? So I printed this out. I think this is an 8mm. And again, this was a test. This will be cleaned up, and there's actually a cap that goes on top of it. All right, guys, that was just a quick overview of how the 3D printer works. That black one's hard to see. The box of this thing put together. Let's see if we can get the threads here. There we go. Thanks for watching.